Hi chat, today I'm doing a collab where we draw Bungo Shadows characters as Genshin ones. Except there are now only 3 of us in this collab because everyone else exploded. Anyway, the collab is gonna be like, for example, Fukazawa as Zhongli would look like this, kind of like cosplay. For mine, I chose to draw Kyoka as Chi-Chi. Hopefully the end product will look something like this, chat. For a few months, I already had my idea in mind actually. I was gonna draw a kind of zombie-like cute pose, maybe perspective, because I think Chi-Chi is based off a Chinese zombie. I tried to make the pose in Clip Studio, and then I gave up after about 5 minutes. I forgot how much I hate 3D posing. No, because why is it like this? I ended up taking this goofy ass photo for a reference instead. Yes, I was in my pajamas. I like just got out of the shower when I took it, but hopefully you get the vision now, I don't know. I really want to learn how to 3D pose for complex stuff because it's not possible to take a photo of yourself in certain angles, you know what I mean? For today though, this will do. For bonus, you can actually see how long I'm taking on the drawing in the corner. Just watch it like slowly increase. I ended up taking ages on the sketch. I was trying to go for like a perspective thing, but my original sketch did not look like perspective thing. I fixed it with the power of free transformation because traditional art could never, and that makes me very upset. Digital art makes me kind of depressed, guys. I wish I could have this convenience in traditional art, you know what I mean? That aside, it made the head look huge, but it was also kind of supposed to be huge because the perspective is like the head is close to the camera, but it just looks trash. But I was trying really hard to make it look big, but because of perspective and not because it's actually big, and it was terrible. I hated every second of it. Also, her face was really pissing me off, specifically her mouth. I wanted it like slightly open, but it looks so trash, I don't even know what to say. I ended up doing my usual strat of working on the face for a bit, then giving up, then procrastinating, then coming back, and giving up again. Low-key, I just decided to fix everything during fine lining, cause what the hell, chat. First, I made the eyes more closed because I think Kyoka is a sleepy kind of girl, you know? Also, she just looked so awake before, like, I don't know why I did that. I actually did the hair pretty fast because I like drawing hair, but then the horror of the clothes approached. Can we take a second to cry? Because what the flip is this, guys? I didn't do any clothing details on the sketch, so I had to do it all when fine lining, and oh my gosh, I think I was actually going crazy. No, cause tell me why the details never freaking ended. I would like finish one part and think, okay, I think I'm done here. I'm never done. More and more details just appear out of nowhere, man. Also, the hand was the hand. I had a ref, so it wasn't that bad actually. I was crashing out more about the clothes, to be honest. I think I made the balls too long, but actually, I don't care. I just want it to end. Here is the fine lining done. In case you're wondering what the text says, it says Bsd X Kyoka. I was kind of brainstorming for a background idea, and I still have no idea what to do, but tomorrow's worries are tomorrow's worries. I'm gonna worry about it tomorrow. Her head being very big is also bothering me, but tomorrow's worries are tomorrow's worries, you know? Instead, we can be happy and color because guess what? The hard part is over, chat! We can hashtag be happy and color. It is what I thought, and then I realized that Chi-Chi has bandages on her arms. That's like cool? Question mark? At least I noticed before I started rendering the arm. I think I would have crashed out otherwise. Anyway, I was quite happy Chi-Chi had bandages actually because the arm was looking kinda empty too. Woohoo! Coloring was, dare I say, very chill. You might notice me flipping between this drawing because I like it. This is one of my favorite drawings I've done ever. Is it only me who references my own drawings, chat? Anyway, the eyes were really pissing me off, so I kept changing like 1 pixel at a time because that's definitely going to help. In the end, I kinda just gave up because it doesn't even look that bad. Like, I don't know what I'm on. Classic moment of filter not working. Low-key, I think I've given up completely on filter, guys. My fine lining is too terrible for it to work. Cries. At least the hair was very nice to do. You might notice that I also have a reference of Mostima from Arknights on my screen. I like how she's colored, so I referenced the hair a bit. I say I referenced it, but low-key, I just did my own thing, bruh. I'll do a proper art study of Arknights soon, trust. While I color the hair, can I talk about behind the scenes of the collab? Yes, I can! I feel like the collab really brought out who everyone is, because the collab started in December! It's July now! The original deadline was gonna be in June, but it kept on getting extended because Kuni does not know what a deadline is. Lei is crazy, unfortunately. Bro did it in like April. Like, what? BSD fans with good time management skills exist? Bsd Genshin fans to make it even more crazy. I was actually planning to do it early as well, but unfortunately I'm a master procrastinator. Somewhere along the line, I just kind of accepted that I'm probably going to do it on the last day. Somehow though, I ended up doing this a week before the final deadline. So you know, I think that's actually pretty reasonable. Maybe I'm the normal person in the trio. Do you want a short break to see Lei's speed paint and what they have to say, by the way? Yes, you do!
Alright, sweet, I get to talk about my drawing for 1 minute about my 7-minute long speed paint. I gotta give kudos to Nyan. Very generous of you. So just for starter, I actually have a plan how I wanted to draw this already. Previously, I've done an Afterglow with drawing in a romanticism style. So the game plan for this one is just to create a darker and less dramatic version. The sketch was the easiest part in this case, and thank God for that because my paint has only just begun. My first mistake was probably not determining the light source early on, which led me pretty much astray like a dog mid-hair rendering. And as for my second mistake, it was making the canvas size lower than Nyan's grade. Other than that, I'm pretty satisfied with the illustration. And just like Jet2 Holiday, I managed to save £50 on the background. At this point, I gave the drawing a good 180 flip and...
Anyway, back to my part, I was kinda scared to do the clothes chat. It actually looked really good with just the hair and skin, so I was like, what if the clothes ruin it? I'm pretty sure you can do base colors for everything before rendering so you'll know what it looks like. But what if I don't want to? What if I just want to render one by one? Here you can see though, I discolored the coat a bit. Chi-Chi's coat is a lot more saturated, but I was so worried because what if it's too distracting, you know? I ended up doing the Just Pinky a really similar color too though, so guys, it's okay, we just have to keep rendering and pray. What was really annoying is somehow when I was coloring, I kept on seeing more details that I missed. Like Chi-Chi has a whole flipping cape, a talisman on her arm, and also one on the back of her head that I forgot to draw. Bro, where are these things coming from? At some point, I also realized that Chi-Chi only has bandages on one arm, and obviously I drew the bandages on the wrong arm, like this one is not meant to have bandages. But you know what? What if I don't care? I am not rendering the rest of the arm. I am done with the skin. I also forgot to fineline her vision, so that was amazing. Seriously, what the flip is this though? I kind of didn't want to draw it properly, so I just scribbled something that looks similar. It's fine, no one will look there anyway. The writing on the talisman was so annoying. I realized later that I totally could have screenshotted it and do a bit cheating to make it fit onto my drawing, but whatever, chat. Happy 7 hours mark! I can't believe I've spent 7 hours on this. I am so done with life. I am never drawing Genshin characters again. 0 out of 10. Now that I have base colors for everything though, the drawing is starting to look kind of finished, question mark. The hair is kind of blending in with her clothes now, but actually I'm too lazy to fix it. Not gonna lie, other than all the detailing hell, shading was kind of chill. I'm actually very happy with how it turned out. It's rare 10 out of 10. Now I'm just gonna liquefy before I work on the background. I'm not sure if anyone can tell the difference, but I tried, guys. For the background, I was thinking a kind of poster thing because I am basic and I don't want to do lighting. I got the text Kyoka X Chi-Chi behind her, but I don't know, it just looks so plain. It had a lot of white gaps everywhere and it sucked. I ended up using my favorite star brush to do the background again because I was like, what if I combine them? I ended up getting this, which is pretty nice, but then I realized that just the stars alone look pretty good too. Honestly, I didn't know which looked better, so I asked Kuni. Kuni says, Kyo as Oto. I hope they die. /J. Make the text smaller, bitch. I already did! It looked like trash! In the end, I decided I liked this one better because other people's opinions are irrelevant. Here is my final drawing, here is Lei's final drawing, and here is Kuni's final drawing. Today's homework is to do another BSD character cosplaying a Genshin one, or you can be funky and swap it around. Upload it in my Discord server, link in description. You have until my next upload. Okay, that's all for today, chat. I think I'll turn this into a print in a few months. The few months might go faster if you buy something from my shop now. On a more serious note though, if you have money, it would really help, not just me. For those of you who don't know, Kuni currently lives in an unsafe household and is trying to move away. Me and their other friends are trying to support them with money as their mom doesn't let them get a job. It's kind of a messy situation I'm not going to go into detail on. They're also opening emergency commissions in a bit, but it would really help if you could buy some prints or something because, you know, they can only take so many commissions at once. If you don't have money, you can comment, Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who shared the memory? More comments equals more views equals more money from YouTube. Alright, thanks, bye.